Hello everybody, I hope you're all having a good day so far. It certainly is a lovely day here on my Animal Crossing island here in early December. Today I've decided to use the southwest corner of my island to do some more experimenting. I tore down my previous build, cleared this all out, and I'm going to attempt to be inspired, so to speak, by another famous painting. This one by an American artist named Thomas Cole. The particular painting I've chosen is famously called the Oxbow, and it is a landscape of an area. I read it was in Connecticut, and it is really neat. It has a curvy river surrounded by cultivated fields, looks like farms and pastures, but up close, more wild area. So like a hill with lots of trees and a snarly looking tree. And what's hard to see is that the artist himself painted himself in this wild area, looking out over the valley and basically painting himself, painting the landscape. So that's what I'm going to try to do today. I'm going to go ahead and use the space to waterscape a curvy river, kind of around here, and try to keep this area looking more, maybe, cultivated. So more bare ground, maybe smaller trees, bushes. I have a few hay beds that might fit here to look more like, or make you think about farmland. And then closer to the foreground, I guess, or southern part of this area, terraform up a hill where I'll put more cedar trees to make it look foresty, and maybe a tiny easel and a stool, so that if you look closely enough, you can see an area where the painter is, or an artist could be sitting and painting the landscape below. Alright, so let's go ahead and try to get this river started. I think that waterscaping, this part of the game, makes me the most nervous, because it's hard to figure out where this shovel's going to go. I'm going to put it on this end here. What I will try to do is just make an outline first. We'll see how this goes. I think that looks about right. We're going to try to make it a little curvy on this right side and make it a little bit less curvy on the other side. How does that look? So one side is a little bit curvier than the other. If anybody has more better ideas to do this, I'm all ears. We'll see. This could come out better than you think at first glance. Yeah, what I'm trying to do is put in an outline, and I will fill it in. Fill the water out, maybe is a better way to put it, as we move along. I think that will work. So now I'm gonna just bring out the river, or another way to look at it is flattening out these edges. Oops. Let's put that back and flatten out this edge is what I want to flatten out. And this one too. Oh, wrong direction. Go back. But yeah, it's starting to fill out already. And we want to make this a little wider, so we'll get this a bit taller here. And flatten out this edge. Not bad. Oh, and there's Lolly walking past up there. Hello, Lolly. Looks like she just went shopping. On my island right now, it's December, and it's just at that time where the toys are showing up in Nook's Crannies. It's been fun getting to see those new purchases. Oops. Oh, that worked out better than I expected. I might keep that. Hey, this isn't too bad. And I'm going to extend this out a little bit. I might like to make this a tad wider. Okay. Make sure I have enough room to put my... I think I have room to put the cliff. Although I might move... It'll probably be enough. So what do you think? It's curvy, right? And it looks kind of lopsided like it does in the painting. Not too bad. I think I want to no, this looks all right. And I'll keep extending it out to my other river so it's all connected. That I did not mean to do. So I read up a little bit on Thomas Cole. It turns out he wasn't born in America, but he moved here as a child. Moved originally to Ohio, but ended up spending much of his time in the Northeast and set up his art studio at a farm in the Catskills in New York. And actually got quite a good amount of recognition for his work, which is kind of a nice difference from what I read of other artists. He was thought to be a really good influence on other painters in that era, particularly in America, as art was becoming increasingly recognized. He apparently was considered the founder of the Hudson Valley School, which was an American art movement that really focused on landscapes, particularly in the Hudson River Valley, hence the Hudson River School. Most of those paintings depict Like I said, the Hudson River Valley, but some surrounding areas too. Lots of great landscapes. So right now I'm trying to build this hill where I can perch a little artist area and surrounded by trees. It'll be a bit challenging because there's not a ton of space, but we'll figure out how to make this work. I think my depth perception is not so great. But this is actually turning out not too bad. I will be very excited once we get some of the greenery in and it really starts looking more like a foresty area. Oh, I forgot. It doesn't let you do that unless it's longer. Let's extend it out a little bit. What I'm doing is extending it so it's long enough or large enough where I can round off some corners, make it look more like a nice hill. I think this should work. If I add another one here, assume it'll let me, this should be it. This one might be a bit challenging. Actually, I think one little corner there won't be the end of the world. Okay, let's start placing some stuff. So at this end, I'm going to put maybe the smaller and hardwood trees. So trees that you might see in more farmy areas or landscaped areas. Let's see, let's pick a medium. Let's put a slightly bigger one here. I do like mixing up the different sizes of the trees. It's too close to the water there. Gives a little bit of a variety of a look. I think I will try to put a smaller tree here. That is looking pretty good. And maybe a few more here. I quite like that. Now let's see how we're going to put out these larger trees. So I think I want to put, I think I want that artist overlook. So up we go and figure out how we might get this all to fit. So here I'm just gonna place a custom design as a painting, because I don't actually have my own painting, but if you happen to have paintings that you wanted to put maybe from red or somewhere else, feel free. I'm just using a moss pattern I happen to have, which I think looks sort of like a painting. And ooh, let's see here, maybe I'll put a shrub. I'm gonna need a shovel to do this, if it will let me. Maybe it won't actually let me put anything there. Alright, then I will leave it alone. Let's just put our stool there. And I'll put some kind of tree kind of to the side to give it some more greenery elsewhere. And I should be able to fit a tree here. Very nice. I doubt we'll be able to fit one. Oh, I doubt that'll fit. Oh, but I could put a shrub here. Oop. All right, let's get some of these cedar trees in. Oh dear, I built this way too close. That is too bad. I don't think this is gonna work. All right, let's see. Maybe if we can pare this down a tiny bit. Maybe they'll let me do that. I'm not sure. There we go. Now I'm kind of stuck. And now I'm going to put some more trees. I've got my different sized ones here. Let's do a large young cedar. Slightly smaller ones here by the river. Here, I'll put a shrub in this section. Mix it all up a bit. Oh, I'm liking this. So far I've got the closer end being a bit of a more woodsy area. An area for an artist. And we're gonna build this out to, have some more woodsy trees here. I very much like. Okay, I'm going to start putting some of those hay beds and other things in this area to fill it out a bit. I'm thinking a hay bed back here someplace. Maybe back here. Works. Yeah, this looks a little empty. I'm going to put another tree. Oh, that's too close to the beach. And since this area is more cultivated, let's see, I think I'd probably put down, I have this log bench to make it look a little bit more like something's been cut down here. Oh. Push that back a little bit. And I've got some firewood. Let's put that over here. Oh, no one can see it. All right, let's pull it back. Oh, there we go. Very fun. And let's fill it out with some bushes. And we should be pretty close to done. Now, I also have some different rock type items, which I'll put into that sort of foresty area, because the painting had some kind of wild, sort of looking rocky areas. It's the flat garden rock. Yeah, maybe let's put a... I'm gonna put the tall one back here if it'll fit. Okay. Let's see, how are we doing here? So we've got a woodsy area overlooking a little bit more cultivated area where you see signs of habitation, including cutwood and these more hardwood trees, and then a little area where an artist is sitting. I actually would like to add some weeds to this area to make it look like it's a little bit more rough and tumble. Ooh, and I don't want to put bells there. And I'll just scatter weeds around in this foresty area. Very nice. I think this looks good. Oh, I forgot. I had brought us a wooden, one of those wood stools. Let's put the stool. I'll put it here by the firewood. Log stool. Wonderful. So not half bad. I'm going to take my hat off. And then take a little tour of the area. So like the painting inspired, we have sort of a more woodsy area up front with rocks and weeds and trees, but we have a little area for an artist to sit overlooking a landscape, which is more, habitated, so to speak, where the trees are hardwood trees, we have some cutwood, we have some hay beds, we have a log stool, or a log bench there. So just, a hint that more is going on from a civilization standpoint. Alright, let's figure out how I'm going to take this photo. I know, I can sit out here and hide myself by this tree. Okay, I'm going to move myself out of the way. I think this works. Well, thank you so much for joining me as I built an area inspired by the Oxbow by Thomas Cole. Really amazing work depicting, the coming of age in America. So I'm very excited to have this new area to hang out in and maybe paint some art in, as well as be inspired by some really great landscaping. Well, that's all for now. I hope you are all having still a great day, and I wish you well. Bye-bye.